From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here with Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for Little Goat Racing action as qualifying is underway for the Lady in Black. The Darlington Raceway is going to be ready to go here for the G.O.A.T Racing Truck Series, greatest of all time series here for this Tuesday night. It is going to be a ton of fun. I like Darlington as a racetrack, especially for the Truck Series, because it gives you a ton of speed. There's a ton of fun to be had on the racetrack. If it can run green, you're going to see some right side damage for pretty much everybody. And that is always a ton of fun to see as well, because then you get to really take in consideration who's going to have the drivability, even with a little damage on their truck. But it's going to be a ton of fun. Race information for the G.O.A.T Racing League for you today. 1.3 miles in length. They're going to run 75 laps. Stage 1's at lap 15, stage 2 on lap 35. And, of course, the 40-ish or so stage right there. Fuel's pretty much going to be a factor about stage 2 when it comes to the drive line for the trucks. 60% fuel in the trucks. We might see some splashes of fuel in the middle of the stages. I don't know about tires, because tires are going to be the ultimate end game here for these drivers. We might see a lot of takers for tires around stage 2. We will see if they're going to be able to save a set towards the end of the race. It's going to be a good racetrack. 104 degrees at race time here is I do believe it's 2 additional sets of tires. I'm double checking though, because I want to make sure that we're correct on that for this series. I do believe it is 2 extra sets of tires. Restart zone is going to be enabled, so these trucks are going to be going in the restart zone for this race. 78 degrees on the air temperature, 26 degrees on the humidity, or 26% of the humidity, partly cloudy skies. So play factor early, but that 5-mile-an-hour wind will not be that big of a deal as these drivers start loading in for the starting grid. Good to see everybody out there. Thank you to all the chats and all the folks that are going to be out there today. And, of course, the new followers, the new subscribers, the new likes, all that fantastic stuff. Justin Reynolds is going to be your pole sitter. Levi McCarty is going to be your outside pole sitter. Tommy D and Bud Shearer will make up row number 2. Ricky Utting and company are going to be there with Cody Sturgill in the 24 to his outside. Philip Schmitz and Aaron Jackson will make up row number 4. Charles Van Scoik and Nathan Bogart in row number 5. Sammy Harrell, Christoph Hall will make up row number 6. Brandon Burkhart, Jeff Ramsdale in that row number 7. Anthony Zirkle, Maurice Burnett will be on row number 8. And then Bomb Dude's going to be out there with Rich Crane, David Scott, Jorge Rincon, or George Rincon there as well. Thank you to Omar for being the race controller today. Much love to our good friend Omar RC. And yeah, we're going to be rolling. It's going to be a good old-fashioned race here for the drivers. And hopefully you're going to be liking it. Mr. Mandarin, thank you for the like. Thank you for I'm sure you shared it out there 900,000 times as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Max, thanks for the like out there as well. Levi, giving us a like. Brian Queen followed us on Twitch. Brian Tiny Queen followed us on Twitch as well. Thank you, Bomb Dude as well. Kendra, all the fantastic stuff. Thank you to everybody doing your fantastic due diligence and justice. Much love to you. Let's go G.O.A.T Racing Team. Skolky Esports is out there. Notifications except for I have a great, absolutely no notifications except for Twitch. Are you talking about Facebook didn't give any notifications? I've been trying to figure that out too, because I'm seeing there's some change on Facebook. There's some things going on for Facebook as far as things that people are interested in, and I want to make sure that it's working and that you're getting your notification bell whenever it comes whenever it goes live, because I want folks to know that we're going live. And if that's the case, I want to make sure that we take care of that. Justin Reynolds ready to rock and roll here as the Hooters machine continues to have a good run for the series. Levi McCarty having a great latter portion of this race series as well. Tommy D looking for a win here. Bud Shear, of course, no stranger to speed. Darlington's a good racetrack for him. Cody Sturgill back here, the 24 running the Hobbit paint scheme. I like it. And Ricky in his fantastic Toyota, Pepsi-Cola 2. Giving some love. Phil Schmitz in the 18, little interstate battery look, and the W machine back here from Nathan Bogart. I will say, I'm going to say this: Dubby is a part of the Goat Racing family, and they do have a promo code. I am going to make sure that we're going to start putting their information for Dubby in the chat. I can't really delve too much detail into it, not because I don't want to. It's because there's just requirements behind it. Green flag's going to wave for the first time. Dubby's a great product. It really is. Turn one busy. Side by side, Levi McCarty, Tommy D. Bud Shear there to the back bumper of the 86. Big run from the 93. 2 to the inside. And Bud Shear is going to be holding up some pace here. A lot of side by side. We're going to see some single file for a moment. It's going to be difficult to see. Global Strategy Team, part of the family over here at the Goat Racing Machines as well. Love that 23 is running the Victory Junction scheme. Yeah, Adam was a favorite of yours as a kid. That's why you always run the 40. I like it. Yeah, Charles actually just got a flag with that made through us over here at Signature Media and Signature Printing. So very cool. 23 big run here as the 36 rolls the inside. Rich Crane back a spot as the huge run of speed. Van Scoik is going to be looking at the 31 here. Big moves as they continue to move forward. Reynolds fastest lap of the race, 29.53. McCarty, 29.54. Tommy D, 29.86. Udding, 29.76. A lot of drivers running their fastest lap of the race as they've become single file for a moment. Bud Shearer off 1 to 93. Rolling our Canadian friend out there, Mr. Shappy. How are you doing out there? How are you doing? 24. It's a decent run here. Right now, Aaron Jackson in the 12. No stranger to a little late race blooming. He will be fast and somebody to be able to be dependent on here to be able to have that line. You see Nathan Bogart, the 5 behind. Good run into the corner for him. He's figured out his race line. He's been able to work it. Got into practice with him. Wanted to talk to him about it a little bit and see what he was doing. And he's been able to make it work. So that's pretty darn fantastic for him so far. Reynolds. Little high line multi-groove track here. A lot of single file. You're going to see a lot of single file for a little while. But you can run 2 lanes into 1 and 2. You're not necessarily recommended. 3 and 4 is mostly a one lane, but you can, as a truck, you can drive. And what I mean by multi-lane here, you can drive multiple lanes here. But there's a typical standard here. You get down to the bottom, you kind of throw it into 1, let it drift up the racetrack, and then exit low on 2. You see the 21 have a good run right there. So the 94 breaks off the quarter, 21 a little free off the back end. The backstretch is an angled in. It angles the end to turn 3 and 4. As you see the high line kind of be the run here. Reynolds, McCarty, Delago, 1, 2, 3. Ricky Udding in the 2. Bud Shearer in 5th right now, off 1 spot. So only 2 drivers have swapped inside the top 5. Cody Sturgill off 3 as a few drivers have moved up a couple of spots. There is the 9th place truck right there, the 24. He comes around to the back straightaway, has the 83 of Brandon Burkhardt on the hunt for him. And 10th up 3, that driver is Anthony Zirkle up 3 as well. He has been pushing to find his speed as of late. He was sick last week when well wishes go a long way, and we're seeing what he's doing. Christoph Hall, the driver in front of him, as the 4 gains some pace. Christoph up 1 spot, 4 to the inside, all the way down to the bottom. 98, little wall tap there. Got the first Darlington stripe of the day. Bogart picking up some pace. Still about 4.5 seconds off of the race leader, but that is kind of typically what you see. You see that kind of early on as the number 5 works his corners and it continues to move. Good run for him. I tell you what, 20 drivers in the race. Let's see, Jorge's in. Bomb Dude was working on his VR earlier. Hopefully, Bomb Dude's VR is going to get out there and work. No, he was in the race for money. He got about 3.5 laps in, it does look like. So it looks like he might have called it a day. 43 of Sammy Harrell right there. He's running W as well. There is the 97 of Jeff Ramsdale, Rich Crane in the 36. David Pencil Scott, 31 up 4. Maurice Burnett in the 8 up 2. Van Squake rebounding. He went to, I think he went to the back a little bit. I think that's exactly what he did. Sunset Skies at Darlington, the South Carolina racetrack, ready to prove a point here for these fantastic drivers. Ooh, into the wall. Christoph Hall gets again a little right side tap here. You can drive these things. I tell people all the time that if there's a faster pair available, and you have to come to pit road like they're going to do on with the stage, I would just get the damage repaired. I would not focus on your fast repair until you absolutely need it. Christoph Hall going back a spot as Van Squake picks back up another one as they get around 1 and 2 here. Zirkle up 4 now as he tracks down the 24. A little free in front of the 24 is Brandon Burkhart. So 24 of Cody Sturgill drops into the corner here. A little Hobbit Racing Machine. Side by side. 83 battles back on the high side here. For 10th they go. 24 has the 4 to the outside. Zirkle rolls the corner. Into 1 and 2. Up the race line. Sometimes dangerous to drop into the corner. You were watching the 24 drop really low there. You don't necessarily want that to be your race line because you can basically eat it. You don't want to do that. Zirkle to 10th now as Brandon Burkhart starts to pull away a little bit. Bogart in 8th and number 5 up 2. Aaron Jackson, the driver, he's tracking down. Phil Schmitz in that 6th place. He's up 1. Bud Shearer right there in front of him. Whole different line here. 13 of 75. We're about 2 laps away from the stage break as the 21 is up high next to the wall. You can utilize the wall a little bit. Let's go, CJ. Made a pretty good. Caitlin, do you like the Hobbit Machine? Did you make it? I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Ain't mad at it. You shall not pass. That's a perfect innuendo for or perfect metaphor for Darlington. You shall not pass. I like it. I do like it. I have a buddy of mine, his name's Josh. He a couple of years ago we were on a float trip for our annual float trip we do every year, and he had long gold hair and a gold beard, and we called him Gandalf the Grey for that one. And so we were out on the water, and he stood up at the front of the raft and says, "You shall not pass," with a big old oar. It's hilarious. Had to have been there a moment. Back straight away. 94 is going to come around here. He's going to get a stage win. It's going to allow the drivers in front of him to really find some competitive nature here. And 94 is going to win stage 1 as Reynolds pulls a good race line for himself. So 94, 86, 21, 2, 93, 18, 12, 5, 83, 4 for stage number 1. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. I do like it. Thank you to everybody out there tuning in for all of it. All the favorite platforms, all the fantastic things. First caution of the race. You have to do more work on the VR. We got to get your VR fixed, Bomb Dude. We love you. D, how are you doing, dear? Great to see you as well. Good to see you at chat. We love you. We appreciate you. Zerk's in 10th. He's up a few spots. Designed it together, but you do take most of the credit for it. I like it. Caitlin, you can take all the credit you want. Everybody to pit road? Well, Tommy D's not coming to pit road. Levi McCarty's not coming to pit road either. Udding going to stay out. Aaron Jackson's going to stay out. Brandon Burkhardt, Anthony Zirkle, all of these drivers coming in. Maybe a little fuel run for the drivers. We'll see as they look at what's going to happen over the next couple of laps. They will have basically a 25 lap sprint for these folks. Delago, McCarty, Udding, Jackson, Burkhardt, Zirkle, Burnett, Crane, Ramsdale, Harold. That'll be your top 10. Everybody else to pit road. Pause for the vocal break, folks. If you haven't done so, I cheers to you. Make sure you get out there and you give yourself some water. It is getting spicy outside. It was 107 degrees here today in the Midwest here in Missouri, and that's insane. It's too much. It's too spicy. Too spicy. Got the volume all fixed for you. I'm going to hydrate. Y'all do that just the same for with a little right side damage. We see that quite often here in Darlington, though. So don't skip the don't worry about your right side. It'll be good. Back at it, 21 in. Tommy D rolling. Ricky Udding takes the lead here on the restart. Tommy D pulls back here just a little bit on the restart, but Udding got to hold on to the lead here. There's the 21 of Levi McCarty, has a little inside damage. Not sure where that came from. Maybe a little tappity tap with another driver. There's the 12 of Aaron Jackson up. Talked about Jackson being, I call him a late sleeper, but he's not really a late sleeper. He's very consistent, very fast. and push some boundaries the way he needs to. Sammy Harrell, a great driver as well. It's good to see Sammy out there repping the W paint scheme. Down to the bottom they go. Bottom of the racetrack, very friendly, very fast. Justin Reynolds came in. He got a little bit of his damage repaired and is able to make that work. He is your pole sitter, though, so the 94 took a little bit of that right side wall scrape, is keeping himself on the racetrack, gets himself into the wall just a little bit more right there. Bud Shear behind, he's into the wall a little bit as well. 24 way down low here. This ain't going to be side by side for lap 24. It's going to be a fast little race. I tell you what, this truck series runs pretty smoothly. They've had a pretty darn good series. Zirkle in and out of pit lane here. Something happened to that truck. I think he went ahead and got his fast repair, so we'll see what's going to happen with that driver. Easy to go a couple of laps down here if you go to pit road. Pit road speed 45 miles an hour. And Darlington, one of those tracks that just runs fast. We're talking 30-second laps or 30 to 31-second laps for most of the drivers. And as they continue to run their pace, you typically see where the tire fall off kind of happens, and not just where the tire fall off happens, but when they start all getting up into the wall, that's when there is a huge impact on the right side tires. Not necessarily the drive line and the way that the trucks drive. You can drive with some right side damage pretty well around this racetrack. You can even drive without a front clip. We've seen that happen. But there can be some repercussions of it, but nothing wrong with it. Continue to move, they go. Back through the field. Bud Shearer off 10. He's got some nose damage right now. Christoph Hall right behind him. Bogart trying to bide his time. He's got a little right side damage himself as he continues to run 1 and 2 side by side with the 93. 5 clears the 93 on exit here. It's going to drop a little bit low. Egg shape is the best shape around this racetrack on the back straightaway. And especially on the front straight. That's the front straightaway right there. You saw the start-finish line. But on the front straightaway, if you can egg 3 and 1 and 2 naturally egg shape around this racetrack, you pretty much send it into the corner. Ooh, 5 having to stay out of the 98. 5 gets into the corner. 98's going to stay up high. 5 right down to the bottom here, trying to keep it rolling smooth. Had to get into the brakes to stay out of Christoph Hall there. He's in 15. It's a good battle going on here. As now the 5 looks to go to the inside. Running the corner they go. 5 all the way down the race line. It's going to go up high. Big egg there as he drops into the corner. Carries smoothly off exit. Another position gain. Christoph Hall trying to collect his thoughts. There's the 8 of Maurice Burnett. Up 3 from the start of the race. He's got Philip Schmitz in front of him. There's the 18. Everybody has a little right side damage. There's nothing wrong with that. Little speed demon of everybody. Tommy D in second. Ricky Edding in the lead, though. Jackson trying to close down a second to the top 2. Sammy Hero in there as well. I'm not hearing clutches right now, so I think everybody's going to be good when it comes to fuel. Brandon Burkhart comes around here as he's up 7. Jeff Ramsdale up 7 as well. Rich Crane, your biggest mover of the race. The 36 is up 10. He started 18th. Reynolds behind as the 94 rolls the corner. Reynolds, no doubt, wants to get himself up to the front. Van Scoik going around the 24 of Cody Sturgill there to the bottom. 24 off 5, but don't cut him out just yet. 18 behind. Maurice Burnett in the 8. Pulls some speed. 1.1 back is the 5. As more tire scrub off starts to happen. Ricky Edding, your race leader, 31 of 75 being completed. About 5 laps to go before the end of stage 2. And a good run. Good speed, good everything. Everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful drive off here. No cautions for incident. Only caution that we've had has been for the stage. And that's a great time here at Darlington, because quite often you can see different situations, different stories. But for the most part, everybody running kind of naturally. Nice little thing going on here. James Mandarin gave us some likes and shares out there, folks. If I had to pick a small streamer every day, a quote-unquote small streamer, we're all small streamers. in comparison to some of those folks that are out there. But if I had to pick a small streamer of the week every week, it would be James Mandarin. Mandarin Racing out there on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you go give him a follow for me. I'd appreciate it if you did it. Or on Facebook, not on YouTube. On Facebook, go find him. It's Manderud, Mandarud Racing. Mandarud. I think you say Mandarud, don't you? But it's R-U-D, not R-U-D-E, because he's not rude. He's a fantastic guy. Go give him a follow for me. I want to see, he's getting close to 500 followers on Facebook, and I want to see his platform full send it over there and become one of the bigger names out there. He's just such an awesome dude. Let's let him retire early. That's our goal. We want these drivers and these racers and these streamers to retire early. 286, 43, 12, 21. Top 5 as they come around a complete lap, 34.75. Tommy D closing in a little bit of the distance on the back straightaway. He's got about a lap and a half to determine what he's going to be able to do here. Is he going to be able to catch the pace to get a stage win, or will he have the bridesmaid section for a moment as the two comes around across the start-finish line? Consider this your white flag lap for the stage, as Darlington has proved to be pretty darn awesome. I tell you what, green flag racing is always good, and then on top of that, you start to see that clean air and that drive line. It's very tough to pass here, but it is a great racetrack. Gives some great racing. And right now, everybody trying to hold on for an extra position. Most of the battling you're going to see is going to be in the back straightaway. Ricky Eddie comes around 4, front stretch straightaway. The number 2 is going to win stage number 2. And Tommy D will be in second. Sammy Harrell third. Aaron Jackson fourth. Levi McCarty fifth. Burkhart, Ramsdale, Crane, Van Scoy, Justin Reynolds will take you to the final 10 at stage 2. Everybody's coming for tires. Everybody's coming for fuel. We're going to have a great race line for everybody. Folks, if you haven't done so, check out the merch shop. It is how you're going to be able to support directly to the league. Of course, folks have asked time and time again, how do I sponsor? How do I do this? The best way to support is to wear one of my t-shirts. Because t-shirts are like walking billboards. And if I ever considered anything for any small business out there, that is to make sure you have t-shirts or polos or ball caps or any way that you can have people looking at you every single day. Udding, Delago, Harrell, Jackson, McCarty, Burkhart, Ramsdale, Crane, Van Squick, and Reynolds will make up your top 10 today as they look at coming to pit road this time by. They're going to do it. They're going to rock and stock and do all their things. And speaking of sponsors, got a few to fulfill. Thank you to Nerds Doing Nerd Things for being our caution sponsor each and every week. Go check it out. Spotify. Right follow. Great podcast. Sponsors for the league, Admin Box. You got to go to adminbox.com. I want to flip them over real quick and give that little video a show. Adminbox with 2x's.com. Double up the caution video because I missed it the first time. All right, merch shop. You can get it anywhere. You can do it anywhere. Best way to support. Excuse me. Not only that, but a lot of these drivers and a lot of these leagues have their own t-shirts out there. So if you want to support them, make sure you get out there and do it. If you have not done so, please make sure that you full send it on over. Something going on with my YouTube studio. Manage you. Hit it over there. There it is. Hold it in. Go over there and get yourself something cool. Get you one of my t-shirts. If you want free shipping, use promo code GOAT Racing. GOATRACING. GOAT Racing for free shipping. And that'll be during that. And we will have promo codes for all the leagues, so that way we can make sure that we track that. But I believe it's just GOAT Racing. I'm going to double check because I set it up and now I can't remember. I do so much, and then, you know. MDR Designs giving us some future looks at that. Diecast by Bobby, of course. Beef Jerky Unlimited take it over the Xfinity Series on Thursday. So it's a Beef Jerky Unlimited Xfinity Series for the GOAT Racing Series. Admin Box, of course, our big sponsor here. We love it. GOAT Racing is the promo code, so use that for free shipping. That'll knock down some price there for you, and we'll to make sure that we take care of that for everybody. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for everybody tuning in out there. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Y'all are killing it. And excuse the voice. Yeah, Tommy D, Sammy Harrell. Tommy DeLago is going to be your race leader here. Getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. There's the 98. The 98 should have been released here to the pace truck, and for whatever reason, he's on the bottom of the race line. So we're trying to see what's going on with the 98 here. Yeah, iRacing might have had a boo-boo. Christoph Hall is going to go to the back. Somebody he got an EOL, so that's at least good there. Pace truck's going to be in. Start, restart zone. Huge here for the drivers. And for the final time of the final stage, we're going to go back to Green Flag Racing for the field. Tommy D, he's ready to full send. He's going to do so. We're going to do it. The sounds of iRacing. When do we go back? I think they had to extend the caution for a lap. That did happen. So we're going to stay one more lap out, folks, as Tommy D and Sammy Harrell will be there. So it'll be 86, 43, 21, 2, 12, 83, 23, 94, 18, and the 8 for your top 10. Bogart's going to be a lap down at the moment. Trying to figure out why Bogart's a lap down. Kind of doesn't make any sense. We've got from Rich Crane all the way back a lap down. So that's curious in nature. We'll see what happens as they continue to move forward. Good to see you all out there. Thank you so much to all the folks being a part of our platform. I appreciate you very much. Know that I do. I've had sushi. Those who know, I can't have any bread, because if I do, I swell up like a big old giant balloon. And so now I'm excited for the fact that I can have some sushi. I get things that I have to eat to sustain my life, and super awesome. 86, 43, 21, 2. Now we're going to pitter-patter get at her. There's the restart zone. Green flag. Tommy D didn't really have the restart that I thought he was going to be able to get there, but that's okay. He pulls up in the lead. I think that's what DeLago needed here. Sammy Harrell not far off, utting to the outside. 21. Oh, 2 into the wall there. A wall scrape for the 2. Had a full send moment. Now he's got a lot of inside traffic. Driver should be good on fuel to the end of the race. So this is all about strategy and race line. And no doubt some drivers are going to be looking at possibly having... Right now, there's Rich Crane. He's got the 5 behind him. Bud Shearer to the inside. Bud's a lap down as well. It's curious to see these drivers a lap down when everybody was on the lead lap coming to pit road. So I'm not quite sure what happened. We'll figure it out. Levi McCarty to the inside of the 86, going for the lead. He's going to take over the lead this time by. He's going to lead this lap on 44. Tommy D up high. Backs out of the corner. 21 runs the mid lane up to the high part of the wall here in 1 and 2. Exit very clean next to the bottom of the racetrack. 2 right behind the 86. Brandon Burkhart in the 83 ready to roll as well. Aaron Jackson on a full send mode. Tommy D back to third as the 2 goes around. 83 is going to have the line off here as that Beef Jerky Unlimited 86 tries to keep it clean. Little side-by-side action for fourth here is now the Darlington Stripe comes to the way of the 86. I saw the scrape there as the 12 drifts down to the corner. 23 right there behind the 86. Van Scoik. Tommy D dropping a little bit here. I wonder if he's just trying to bide his time and bide his patience. The 23 there to the back bumper. Being that it's hard to pass, I don't know that I would want to give up that much time. 21 to 83. The 12 rolling the corner. And moments like this cause for some good things. Race audio is now back up in order. I had a slider down for the commercial, so apologies about that. McCarty out front, 1.1. Burkhart, Jackson, Van Scoik, your top 5. Tommy D back to 6th. 94 of Justin Reynolds, your pole sitter. Trying to work his way back to the race line. Oh, big checkups behind. Phil Schmitz, Maurice Burnett. Almost a little nose collection offering there. There's the 93 of Bud Shear trying to get himself back around as well. There's the 24 of Cody Sturgill right behind him. So a little fast repair for the 24. 36 of Rich Crane holding his pace. There's Christoph Hall. Little nose-to-nose action. The 5 of Nathan Bogart just trying to have a good finish here, I think. He had a good race line early on. 43 of Sammy Harrell to the back side of him. Bogart lets Harrell go by. And Sammy is completing lap 44. All the other drivers a lap down. 48 of 75 for these folks. As the 21 of Levi McCarty is going to have a good race line. Udding trying to close him down. 1.3 back. Brandon Burkhart in the 83. He's to third. Jackson to fourth. Van Scoik to fifth. Justin Reynolds to sixth. Phil Schmitz in seventh. Tommy D. Mr. Delago on the 86 finds Bud Shear to the inside. Bud trying to work his way around this racetrack. Bud Shear is one of those racers that we see kind of have that short track specialty. And to find him a lap down right now is very curious in nature. So we'll just kind of continue to roll. Kind of keep rolling. G.O.A.T Racing. Tuesday night Truck Series. Thursday night Xfinity Series. And of course, Saturday night Cup Series. We watched the Interleague race this past weekend on Saturday. The racing was great. There was a few cautions, but the racing was great. And right now, according to the points, G.O.A.T Racing has the lead by about 30 points. But that is, of course, over the race line that they had. That's the first of 3 events, best of 3 kind of situation to determine which league is going to have the most points going forward. Track is going to be determined sometime this week. Speaking of Chop Chop Racing League, the other league that participated in that, they are going to be right there on Thursday night right here at Signature Esports. Our Xfinity Series action called that day. Absolutely fantastic driveline. 2 Xfinity Series races each week. One of those is on Sunday. That's going to be Sunday night No Toad Racing League Xfinity action. And then, of course, the Thursday night Chop Shop. The only ARCA series we have is Winston Throwback Series. It's going to be on Wednesday nights. Tomorrow night, we're going to be running some laps. We're going to be running a lot of laps from what I saw. So tomorrow's going to be quite the race for the ARCA cars. And I need to look and see. I can't remember where they were at. I know it's like 196 laps. It is Rockingham. They're going to run 196 laps at Rockingham. So minding that everything goes green and clean, that'll be a good race. We just want to make sure, because Rockingham is such a small track for the ARCA cars. I say it's a small track. It's not really a small track. It's more on the drive line, kind of makes it feel smaller. So that's where they're going to be at tomorrow night for the Winston Throwback Series. Burkhart in the 83, 12, 23. Ready to rock and roll. Right behind. So Van Scoik in 5th, solid 5.3 back, trying to pull some pace to Levi McCarty. Ricky Udding 1.7 back at the moment, 23 laps to go. Brandon Burkhart Having a third place finish right now would be good for him, but he's about to be under fire from Aaron Jackson. Jackson has started to close down a little bit of the distance here. McCarty outpacing the field by the closest margin would be .04 full 100ths of a second. So Philip Schmidt's next fastest driver on the race line, and he's going to start pulling some pace here. He's got Justin Reynolds in front of him. Last lap for McCarty was a 30.5. This time by 30.55. Udding 30.76. Burkhart 30.95. Jackson 31.07. Tommy D to pit road here. He had to come in. I don't know if there's some fuel issues going on there, but he's going to find himself a lap down at the moment. Ramsdale looking at 97 for himself. Levi McCarty, your race leader, coming across the start-finish line. 20 laps to go. Amar RC. Amir is a race control specialist. Not only that, but he does some fantastic paints. You can find him at AMR Paintworks on Facebook. You're also going to be able to inquire about race control if you need a race controller. I would inquire about him. One of the probably one of the hardest working race controllers that we see out there, that I get to see pretty much at least 3 or 4 times a week. So it's always a pleasure to see him be able to grow his platform and grow his specialty. Fantastic guy. So keep him in mind. I know that he had his hands full on Saturday, and my kudos to him, because it was a lot of racing going on there. 40 cars on there and 11 cautions and a whole lot happening. Try to keep everything straight, keep everybody, in check. My hat's off to that guy. He's fantastic. 93. He's the first truck one lap down, looking for a lucky dog situation. Rich Crane's going to be right behind him, or not far behind him. And there's Christoph Hull, who's trying to pull some pace back. There is the 5 of Nathan Bogart. Levi McCarty, Ricky Udding, Aaron Jackson finds himself some pace. There goes Tommy D. He's got some fresh tires now. And a brand new truck trying to work himself back around this race line. 17 laps to go for the 21. Ricky Udding in the 2, Aaron Jackson in the 3. Charles Van Scoyk's going to be in 4th here as Justin Reynolds picks up 5th. Brandon Burkhart back to 6th here. Phil Schmidt's in 7th where he started. Cody Sturgill in 8th. Ramsdale, the 97. Got himself a win in the 7. And there's a lot to be proud of for that driver. Maurice Burnett in the 8. Rolls the corner, does a decent job here as well. Rich Crane getting himself back around here. Still looking to be where he needs to be. Udding comes to pit road, the 2 truck. 16 laps to go. I had wondered what fuel cycle was going to be like, and everybody's splitting it in half, so they're going to do that just in case they're a lap or 2 short. Levi McCarty to pit road. Aaron Jackson will become your race leader here. Van Scoyk will be in 2nd. Justin Reynolds in 3rd. Phil Schmidt's in 4th. Ramsdale looking to come around. He's going to stay out for a moment. So drivers coming to pit road, they're going to do so. Early taker to pit road is going to be this guy, Tommy D. Bogart came in on 37. Christoph Hall came in on 38. Rich Crane in on 37. Udding, Bud Shearer. All these drivers still trying to make it work. Bud Shearer trying to save some fuel. I can hear the clutch out of that truck. 15 laps to go. Admin Box, 2 X's out there for you. Make sure that you go and check that out. Adminbox.com. 23 saving. Excuse me. Little thing going on with the throat. Great. Time to do it. Moment in this, how much can you save? That's going to be the big factor. Reynolds right behind Van Scoik. They're about 0.4 of a second. Justin Reynolds, your pole sitter. Will Schmitz right behind he. Ramsdale, 12 seconds off the pace at the moment. Maurice Burnett, David Scott working the field. Zirkle to pit lane. He's going to come in. And we'll see where a lot of these drivers are going to feel is the run here. Bogart in 14th here. This Brandon Burkhardt, who started in front of him, he's going to be right there. 98 taps the wall there. 8 of Maurice Burnett's going to be behind. He's going to be on the lead lap, isn't he? Yeah, he is. 14 seconds off the pace of the race leader. Tommy D going around a couple of folks here. 31. One of those drivers, he's in 6th right now. A little right side for him as well. Van Scoik, your race leader. Victory Junction. A serious camp. A serious fun camp, sorry. I know I was reading it correct. And that is done by MDR Designs. That's part of the family over here. Caitlin, how do they get a hold of it? How do they get a hold of you for that paint scheme? Because I like that Hobbit paint scheme. I'm just saying. I would run it. It's up my alley. I'm a big nerd. I'm a big nerd that loves NASCAR. I love everything gaming and NASCAR. Speaking of everything gaming, this November, folks, and keep this in mind for when you're out there making your plans for before Thanksgiving. This November, we're going to host a live event here in the Midwest. We're going to get all the details put together. I got some very, very, very significant news today, which is going to be very awesome. Going to be able to take care of some things. We were trying to do this almost 2 years ago. When I first started doing this, as the 21 goes around the 23 here for his lap, 9 laps to go. We're going to do a live event. And that live event is going to mean that you're going to be able to come drive at a simulator. You're going to be able to meet me. We're going to televise it, of course, on all the platforms. But we're going to do a live event. It's going to be awesome. It's going to take a lot of putting together. But I want to meet everybody. I want everybody to have some fun, and this is going to be we'll get all of that information put out there. But I am going to start talking about it and kind of give the news that be looking for a Signature Esports live event coming up. Kind of like a kind of think about gaming at E3 and all these gaming conventions and stuff like that. We'll think about that, but with an iRacing race involved. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and I look forward to it. It's going to be a ton of fun. A lot of planning, a lot of action. And I'm going to try to get all these leagues involved, try to get a lot of our sponsors involved as well, so that way we can make sure that they get a ton of exposure, and it's going to be absolutely insane. So more information to come, but that's what we're going to be looking at. Van Scoik, 7 laps to go, trying to save as much fuel as possible. Reynolds doing the same thing, trying to stretch the fuel. Phil Schmitz right there with it. Zirkle going around, trying to get a lap back. He's passing the 3rd place truck. Van Scoik, 6 laps to go. All eyes on the 23. Out of the wall, too hard out of the race. Nate, you were doing a wonderful job. Way to kick in it. I was happy to watch what you were doing. Fantastic, fantastic time for you. 5 laps to go. That's why you need to buy t-shirts, folks. Get out there and buy t-shirts. The more t-shirts you buy, the more we're going to be able to do. Yeah. And then once I get my Patreon page put over, we're gonna do some Patreon stuff with it as well. For some like special passes and stuff like that, because I want you folks to be able to see behind the scenes of what we do and what I do as well. And I want it to be a huge spectacle. Let's say huge spectacle. I want it to be a ton of fun. So that's what we're going to be looking at. I'll be right here in the Lake of the Ozarks area. I am looking for our platform to possibly be at the Margaritaville Convention Center, but It all depends on availability and timing. So we're going to work on that. We're going to do what we can, and I look forward to seeing everybody out there. I'm so excited for this. It's going to be. I've been trying to do it for 2 years, and we had to take care of some old staff, and there's a lot of stuff that happened within the pandemic era, and our business took a big hit. There's just a lot of things that we were trying to do that were supposed to work out, and they didn't. So as we've continued to progress, we're starting to rebound, and once we get everything all taken care of, we'll be good to go. Very close to just everything's so close. Like my adrenaline's rushing. It's awesome. 23, 2 laps to go. Trying to save as much fuel as he can. He may run out of fuel coming across the start-finish line, but Van Scoik needs a win here. This is a confidence booster for him as Anthony's vehicle looks to try to pick up another spot before the white flag, or try to get around the race leader. To be right there behind the 23. If I'm Van Scoik said, just go. Just go. White flag waves for the 23, Victory Junction. Ford F-150. 3.5 back is going to be Justin Reynolds. He's going to have a full send moment. Phil Schmitz is going to find a third very easily here if they can keep the tires underneath them. Van Scoik holds on. I thought they had enough fuel, and I was right. You just had to save a bunch. As the 23 coasts around, Reynolds trying to have one more shot at it here. Van Scoik, though, does it. He wins it. Reynolds will finish second. Phil Schmitz will finish third. Ricky Udding looking for fourth as Ramsdale looks to be running out of fuel. They're going to coast around. So Udding in fourth. McCarty fifth. Ramsdale out of gas, going to finish fifth. Van Scoik takes home the checkered flag here for the first time this season. And he wishes he could burn it out. Somebody give him a shove, but don't dent him. Oh, victory lane never sounded so sweet for the 23. He's out of gas. That's the most quiet I've heard that truck all race. Charlie gets it done. The Levittown, Pennsylvania native. The man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT racing specialist. Somebody go park him up there next to... Can he make it all the way around to the... Oh, he's going to break. Dang it. Oh, he can burn it down. Yeah, get it. Okay, well, that's about as good as he's going to get. I think he's out of fuel now. Oh, what a win. Nice job. Nice job. Good race for him. Congratulations to the 23. Finally gets a win. He's been looking for it. He had to do a lot of saving. Reynolds is going to finish second. Schmitz third. Udding, McCarty, Ramsdale, Burnett, Burkhart, Jackson, Scott Shearer, Delago, Crane, Sturgill, Zirkle, Hall, Harold, Bogart, all the way down to the back end of this. And two more drivers I don't believe even got into the race. Bob Dude did. He had some issues. George out there helping folks out. So good to see George back in the mix. Man, oh man, if I'd ever would have thunk it, but you did it. Mr. Van Scoik, my man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT racing legend. Tell me about it. You finished it. You saved enough fuel. I heard you clutching. I was like, I was curious to see that folks were coming to pit road. I thought there was going to be a lot of fuel saving to be able to make it to the end because my calculator said that you guys had just enough, and you did it. Walk me through this one.
Yeah, beginning of the third stage, I just was following, letting off real early. So even just the regular run I was doing, I was probably saving a little bit more than the top 5 guys. Then once I heard the leader pit, and then I caught up to Aaron and Brandon pretty quick, so I assumed they were saving. So once I saw that I caught up to them pretty quick, I was chopping off a couple tenths every lap. I assumed they were saving, so then I started backing off a little bit. more. And then when I saw them both pit, and then I looked down, and I was within point 0.1, point 0.2 of making it, then I just literally clutched all the way, 1 and 2 up high, then gassed it down, and then clutched it obviously up high in 3 and 4, and then clutched it down and cut the corners. But yeah, it's sucks. My first league win, and I had point 0.1 gallon left to do a half semi burnout or half turn, but definitely needed in this series. I was out of the playoffs in this one, no chance to point my way in with a bad luck I had. So a win is definitely what I needed.
Well, getting a win and solidifying that action, that's just as fantastic. Skull Key Sports out, giving big shout outs to you, saying let's go. Atta boy. Fantastic race. That's what I'm talking about. Fuel strategy races, of course, my favorite races. Darlington is a great racetrack. It's a tough racetrack for some, but I don't know. In these trucks, it just seems like it's just good racing altogether. And today was no exception. It was a great race, and to see it go green other than stages was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, the truck can take a beating here. I hit the wall uh, coming out of 4, I think, early. It was like 9, 10 seconds of repair, and it drove fine after that. But yeah, I stink at strategy. I usually catch myself in between. Do I push or do I save? And next, you know what, I'm in between, and then I, kind of screw myself. But for once, it worked. I wasn't the fastest car. Levi, Delago, Aaron, all fast lane. They were fast. Sammy, a lot faster than me. But for once, me sticking to a strategy actually worked.
Yeah, consistency sometimes, and I would say consistency is probably more apparent than just being fast. I tell people all the time, you can be the fastest driver out there as far as your first 5 or 10 laps, but that consistent driver is going to be able to catch you. And consistent and fast is two different ends of the spectrum, and today it shows off. Now, if you want that truck, folks, Charles has a link for that truck on a flag on that link I posted earlier. You can use promo code GOAT Racing for free shipping to be able to get that truck on your wall, because I like that truck. It's a great truck, and it's a and now you can say that you've got a win with that truck. That's your luck, man. I need to start doing that to you more. Just
Well, I
put
told you I need 2 more flags, so let me know which one you want to do, because I'll run it all the time. So
There's your good luck, Charles.
yeah.
Congratulations on the race win here, and of course it's your time. Give your shout outs.
Am I allowed to shout out what we discussed
Yep.
earlier?
Yep. You
Is
can.
there
You
okay.
can. I
I just
cannot.
wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to get you in trouble.
No,
But
you're good.
to that paint scheme, I really love that paint scheme. MDR Designs did that for me. It's Adam Petty's, uh, and obviously means a lot to run that one. But sponsor wise, like I said, MDR Designs for doing every paint scheme you see. He does fantastic work. Just got Dubby today, 10% off if you put Goat Racing on. The energy powders. Uh, Diecast by Bobby does great work on diecast, which we give away. Still waiting on buds from the Clash. Can't wait to see what that looks like. We got Jack's Racing Collectibles. My own personally global strategy team. They sponsor the cup, even though this is a truck series. Admin box. I'm sure I'm probably forgetting because my admins do a fantastic job getting sponsors. So I'm sure I'm forgetting someone so I can get yelled at later. I'm just super pumped, super excited to win, especially against, like I said, I rattled off a bunch of names, great drivers, and working my way to get up to their class and their speed. But it was a good way to pull it out and just clean racing altogether. Hard to pass here, and I credit all the guys. And then my wife, who just came home from the shore. So I got to go spend time with her now.
Oh yeah, that's the wife is the most. We should start with the wives first, and then maybe
Yeah, I always
maybe
forget.
maybe
I
maybe
always
we
think
should do that.
sometimes that's, yeah, I always like when I hear other people do it, I kind of go, it's just a sim, like you're saying. But then I'm like, well, she lets me do it. So,
Yeah.
and obviously you see my room, she lets me do that. So she's definitely one of the best. I'm sure everyone's wives are the best, but mine's definitely one of the best if you've seen my room. So
That's
I
intense.
appreciate it.
Go back,
Oh,
folks.
and
Go
then
back.
obviously sponsor, or obviously to you, another great broadcast, and everything you do for me with the flags and all the other stuff.
Yeah, go buy a Goat Racing T-shirt. That's the big one.
Yep.
Because what that does is that again makes you a walking billboard. That's what we were talking about during the broadcast. If you want to see Charles's room, go back and watch our podcast from this past Friday, and you'll see his room. It is insane. It is insane, but it's cool. It's cool, but it's insane, and I like it. Charles, much love, man. We'll we'll talk to you. Actually, we'll talk to you this week. You're gonna have more races coming up.
Yep. Oh, and sorry, Nate. Thank you for saving it, not bringing the caution. That's my teammate. So if he didn't save it, I would have lost.
Yeah, he did say that. He's like, I'm just glad I was able to save it, and there was no caution. You can get into the wall and kind of hit it kind of hard, and that does put you out of the race. But Charles, we'll look forward to seeing you here the rest of the week.
All right. Thanks.
Always, Mr. Vance Goy comes home as your victor. Let's talk to Mr. Reynolds here, who had a heck of a day. Justin, tell me about this one. This one you were the pole sitter, and then I think you came in and got some damage taken care of, and then you were out there driving, and then you had to work your way. That there at the very end, you gained a ton of ground at the end on that last lap. I thought you might catch Charles if he had sputtered a little bit more.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I didn't save until too late there at the end, but overall it was a great night. We come out here and put the Chevy on the pole. I didn't expect to do that, especially not at this track, but it felt very good, and we led most of that or all I think all of that stage one and got the
Mhm.
stage one win, and then we come in to put some gas in. I didn't put no tires on it. Just got caught up a little bit, and I hit the wall a couple times by myself. And yeah, I come down and fix damage, and then it was kind of hard to get back up to there. But and then at the end on that last restart, we just started saving too late. If we'd have paid more attention and started saving as soon as the green flag dropped, it might have been a different story. But Charles, he did a great job saving, and man, he did good, and it was a heck of a win for him.
Oh
He
yeah,
deserved it.
his first one of the series, and he absolutely needed. But he credits you guys for being so dang old fast that he has to put himself in your league and think about how he has to race. A track like Darlington with stages the way that they're set up, every race seems to be different. Not just with Darlington, but what in the series, it seems like the trucks typically drive differently, and having the shorter stages kind of give you something to think about for that late race.
Yeah, it's definitely. I don't know something about it tonight. I'm usually not a big fan of Darlington, but everybody did a wonderful job tonight. All the other fellow competitors, they wasn't no, it wasn't too bad. Uh, Surprisingly, usually we come here and it's almost like a Martinsville, But everybody, did their own thing and was pretty respectful for the most part. I know there was one hiccup on the restart. Bud, he kind of got some damage on that. If not, he'd had a good finish too, I believe. But other than that, man, we just fucking sent her out there and we had a good race, man. Good RBS. Good to get the RBS up in there. Or for my part, I have been slacking on the RBS part, so yeah, I'm glad I could actually put it in the top three here.
I was gonna say, I think Bud was giving you crap a couple of weeks ago. It's like he needs to get out here and race or something. I remember he was talking about that. I was like, he will. RBS is Reynolds Berkshire, folks. For those who don't know, that's a three race team. I've called races for you guys for better part of a year now, and to see you guys grow and become a stronger team is just absolutely insane. I know life gets ahead of us, and we typically have to focus on other things, but it's good to see that the team is doing well, of course. But Justin, it's always a pleasure, man, and give you a shout out. It's your time.
Yeah, everybody who puts his own use signature, you do a great job. Love going back and watching the streams. Charles for everything he does, putting it on all the admins. Getting all these sponsors, man. We're getting big, and making it big now. Let's see, RBS, Bud and Sean, everybody who just comes out here and puts time on and takes time out to come run these races, man. We always have a blast.
Always, always. I think you guys are going to have shirts coming to my website here pretty soon. So I look forward to that because I'm going to, again, I own, so every shirt that I make for everybody out there, I actually make a second one for myself. So that way I can wear it. So I've got too many t-shirts. That's
Oh
just
well,
awesome.
I'll definitely be checking it out, and I have to get me one.
Yeah, I think Sean and I are going to talk. We were talking about that. So hopefully he gets with me and we get you all taken care of. But Justin, it's always a pleasure. The 94 P2 today, and we'll see you the rest of the week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Always, that's the man. The number 94 has a great drive off and a great finish. Another great drive off today belongs to the number 18. Philip. Tell me about this race. You had a fast truck from the get go.
Yeah, I was surprised about that because I just got Darlington yesterday, and I appreciate Levi for doing the little practice deal yesterday. And I got to run some laps, and I was like, okay, I'm not hitting the wall too much. And yeah, I decided to have a go, and appreciate Charles for getting me in this league. I've had fun ever since I joined, and yeah, qualified seventh surprisingly, and I think I finished seventh in stage one, and did a good job looking after my tires through stage one, stage two, and yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
And don't be pleasantly surprised. Sometimes a fresh aspect. We take a look at like cookie cutter tracks or what they call cookie, like the mile and a halfs that you normally see be the same each and every week. Sometimes getting a fresh perspective. Some folks don't like Darlington because there's officials tend to go a little off, but I think Darlington's a great racetrack. I think it's a very drivable racetrack, especially in the trucks. The trucks like to do what this track is meant to do, and today you were able to show that. You were showcasing that tire wear, fuel strategy, and at the very end, you were saving.
Yeah, I remember Dover from last week Xfinity. I ran out with 2 laps to go, and I was kind of annoyed because I was in the top 10, so I was kind of saving early, and I knew it was going to be close, which is kind of a shame because I'm not bad at saving tires. I felt like at the end of stage one and the end of stage two, I had a little bit more tire life left than the guys ahead of me. So yeah, but yeah, I had to save fuel to get P3, which it is what it is. Congratulations to Charles for getting the win, and Justin getting P2. I think we're all kind of in that same boat there, and it was going to be basically whoever was going to have enough pace and then left with the fuel to make it, and they certainly did it today.
It's smart racing, Philip. Congratulations! It's a pleasure to talk to you and get to have you up here in this booth with me. But it's your time, man. Give your shout outs. Congrats.
Well, I want to say thanks to Charles for being here in the league. I've only been here for a week, so you can kind of help me with sponsors. My apologies on that. First off, to you for putting this on. You do a fantastic job. I've had a couple of my friends watch, and yeah, they enjoy it. So thank you for that. I'm pretty sure Bailey's watching. Hi. I've been on the engineer side for him in races, so now he's on the other side. So, yeah, that's it. I appreciate it.
Always, always, Phil. Let's see what you do in the Xfinity Series this week. I go back and rewatch the races. So I even though I don't call them on Thursday for you, I do get out there and I do rewatch them because I like to support my guys over there. Phil, much love, man. We'll see you in the next one.
All right, thank you.
Always, that's the 18 doing a fantastic job as far as sponsors goes. Thank you to Admin Box and Jack's Racing Collectibles, Diecast by Bobby. Darlington was great. Let's see, Amar RC is going to be a race controller. Who else do we got? Nerds do nerd things for me over here at Signature Esports. We love AJ and what they do over there. Please check out their Spotify channel because they release every Friday about 8:30, 9:30 in the morning. And just great individuals over there. Let's see, Global Strategy Team, maybe the sponsor for the Cup Series, but I do put it in the Truck Series because they're a huge impact. Excuse me, had a sneeze. They're a huge impact for the league. And they help everything that they do. Of course, W is a part of G.O.A.T Racing. Charles was able to talk about that and give you the information on that. So I just I'm walking a fine line with that sponsor, because I do love their product, and I actually have an affiliate code for them as well. But I want to make sure that they can promote it themselves, so that way we can do that. We will put it in the description for the races going forward for the Goat Racing family, because it is their sponsor. But as far as vocally advertising it, I have to let them do it. So I'm very, very happy to have that happen. And W is a great product, and I will tout for it, because I have not just a ton of it, but I have their gear, I have everything that they do over here. So much love to the guys over there. Goat Racing on our website for the merch. Buy yourself a Goat Racing t-shirt, buy yourself Signature Esports t-shirt. There's a lot of different products. If you want to book a photo shoot with me as well, you can do that. Well, this is my business. It's what I do: media, printing, canvases, photos, media, graphic design. You need a commercial made, you need a voiceover done, we'll take care of you, folks. Charles Vanscoy, the Goat Racing legend, sends it around this one, and saves enough fuel to coast across the line here at Darlington, and it was a great race. Congrats to the series tomorrow night, Winston Throwback Series, 196 laps of pure insanity for the ARCA series. One of the greatest throwback series that I get to see, because of the rules, the regulations, and everything that they do to make it as close to as official as they can possibly get on a simulator for a throwback league. That'll be tomorrow night, so come over and check that out. Thank you to everybody tuning in on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Make sure you like. Still pumped. Great race. Absolutely fantastic race. Congratulations. Godog, thank you very much. 1221. Appreciate you. Thank you to everybody out there for doing what you do. I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow night. But keep in mind, Thursday we're going to have the Chop Shop Racing League Xfinity Series. Friday's back at the podcast. We're going to have Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series League owner Mark Beverly with us to talk about the off season and what leagues do in the off season. We're going to retouch on the things we were doing in the past weeks, and then we're going to do a deep dive into Escape from Tarkov, because Star Citizen's getting ready to wipe, and they should wipe sometime this week. So a deep dive into Escape from Tarkov this Friday, as well as the iRacing updates that are coming up here in the next month, and what they're going to be doing. And we're going to talk about as well all the things that we're going to be doing in November. Reminder, big live event coming up. Much love. We'll see you in the next one, folks. And I'm going to get that button right.